Hello and welcome to this 15th Sunday of Ordinary Time. Today's Gospel we see Jesus sending out his disciples two by two. His instructions to them are very specific. He repeats that the mission that they are sent to preach and to share is his authority to heal and to drive out demons. Jesus sends them out deliberately in pairs, establishing his mission as a communal endeavour, not something they do on their own. Jesus also instructs them to travel lightly, without the customary food, money, or an extra set of clothes. These instructions mean that the 12 will be dependent on the hospitality of others, just as Jesus depended on others to provide for his needs. Jesus continues to send us out into the world as his disciples. But like the first disciples, we are not sent alone. Jesus has given us the community of the church, which strengthens our life of discipleship. The Christian message can only be authentically proclaimed in and through the community of faith, which is the church. In our work with others, we build community. We build a community of faith and can invite others to share in that community. In today's Gospel, this is Jesus for the very first time sending them out all by themselves into villages and towns where he himself has already preached. He sent them two by two, as we said, which has sort of become a tradition. St. Dominic did this. He sent his disciples out, his new brethren, two by two across Europe. And of course, two by two is much better than three or one. Why? Because they become companions of each other. And since it's the first time, they're going to have to tell the good news to the people and explain the wonderful things that the Messiah is bringing to them, they can support one another. Because of that, because of the immensity of the task they've been sent to do, they're naturally nervous, especially since they had little or no education. We forget that. They were mere humble fishermen. They were trained to fish, and that was about all. Some of them might be able to read a little or write a little, but not much. And here they are going to all these strange places. They are to do what Jesus does. They've come to bring the good news to all people. These first disciples were people with no education or standing in community. And Jesus wants to make sure that they understand that even with all their imperfections, they have what they need to start his work. No special clothing, no equipment, no luggage. It's as if he wants to tell them that they are the equipment, just who they are, with all their gifts and flaws. What they needed is what they already have, the love they already have received from God. What they needed is the example of Christ, probably not understood perfectly yet, but already operating in them powerfully. That's all they needed to start with. Ordinary people sit with the sick and reach out to the depressed over and over again. Ordinary people offer to pray with other people because sometimes that's all they can do. Ordinary people preach a God of forgiveness by extending forgiveness everywhere. Ordinary people go to places and speak up for the powerless, for people without rights. They become their voice. For the poor that Jesus sent his first disciples to be with were like this. And ordinary people do this not because of any special powers or skills they have, but simply because of who they are, themselves. And that's all that we are called to do, is to be ourselves and to go out and to take that message of love that we have received to others in the community of the church. God bless you.